Good evening, hopefully everything's going well. Today I want to discuss, basically not discuss, I want to share some of my experience about the food again. Yeah, we're still discussing the food and different nutrition. So I want to say something about the importance of not only type of food, of how natural it is, like how organic it is. Yeah, I know nowadays it's really difficult to find any natural stuff and organic, even in organic shop for the golden price, but still. So my experience is, so let's say for BeFit, just keep the same way. I usually eat a certain amount of calories. So yeah, many people who training, they even no need to count the calories. They already know how much in 100 gram of rice or how much calories in 100 gram of oats, or depend how much you eat, 50 grams per one time, or 100 to 150 grams, and so on. So usually on an eye I can say, okay, so I eat like 6-8 eggs one time, and after the salad and the fruit salad, whatever, and oats in the morning, etc. So eat always same amount of food, and also depend from where you stay. So if I go, let's say, to the Europe or Latin America or Asia, I eat a little bit of different kind of food, because the fruits is different there, vegetables is different, and grains. Because if, let's say, in Latin America buckwheat will be super expensive, and let's say in Asia too, but the brown rice will be super cheap. Or let's say in Latin America you can get like really cheap beans and so on. So depend from a price and the food what is there, you can find like more or less healthy choice, whatever. Because in some places, like in Brazil, Brazilian nuts will be cheap, but in Europe it will be really expensive. And Europe hazelnuts will be cheaper than Brazil, and so on. So you got my point. So I come back to the, I came to the Russia and eat same food usually I eat before, and I didn't went there years, and I find out like a quality of food dramatically drop down for the next, I don't know, 5-10 years. Basically I think most of everywhere in the world quality of food fell like a lot. So I eat same food as before, and you know what, I feel hungry. I not feel full, but even if I eat like slow carbs, I shouldn't feel hungry, and I feel like empty, and seems like have not enough energy from same food I ate before. It's like a first week I said, okay, so maybe it's climate, because it's colder or whatever, or something else. So when you like training really hard, try to give a higher performance as possible, and you can see this like tiny things, like something not enough, like maybe not enough proteins or vitamins or whatever. And then I noticed like maybe after a couple of weeks, like, oh, skin gets a bit like more fatter, and I start to gain in weight. And I think, what's going on? I eat like a normal amount of food, my metabolism slow down or something, like supposed to be everything be fine. Maybe I need to cut more or increase my activity. So how much I've been, let's say, move around month's time, with the same amount of food I start to gain in weight. So a little bit of fat. I didn't gain much, but still it was a big surprise, like on a not really big amount of food you get in fat. So on my opinion it was like a quality of food not so good at all, especially in big cities, and I think in the big cities everywhere. Then from there I moved to the India, and I travel in India for quite a while, more than months. So what happened in a month's time? So of course for BeFit I increased my activity. I start to do cardio not couple times per week, I done it 4 times per week for burn all of the things. So I came to the India, and I've been in the countryside, mostly small towns and villages, where the food more or less natural, let's say. People have their own goats, own chickens, cows, and so on. Yeah, I saw like a lot of amazing stuff. What I was really impressed, like people make gas station from excrement of cows, from cow's poo. They put water in this big container and take methane gas, and think, wow, like people is super creative. So yeah, basically from the waste you can get not only fertilizer, ground and everything, can get much more. So the food there way more natural, because most of people have small farms and grow it there on their own and so on. So let's say what usually I eat, there it was more fast carbs, what's supposed to make me fat, and I eat, let's say, in 1000 calories more than usual. So if I keep the same activity, in 1 week you already see the difference in your shape, and a couple of weeks you already will start gaining weight, let's say. So, and the problem was because I traveling and I was foreigner, I was a guest in many places, and people, oh, okay, you should try this one, and we make a really good pachati, and it's a panna kofta, or many other different names, was like with a lot of oil, and I think, oh my god, and I just tried take a little, and I know, oh, it's a fried stuff, and it's a bread, and it's a rice, and I can't eat it. Because mostly I try to eat like a cottage cheese, what's good, source of protein, and eggs and beans and nuts, and little bit of carbs get to it, so make it balance. But it wasn't balanced at all, and I thought, oh my god, like, and it's every day, and I just cannot say no, I cannot, because people welcome you and they just give you try, like, okay, you should try all of these fruits and vegetables, and I try a lot of food, and I like obviously see I eat much more than usual, and I was ready, okay, so probably I need add more cardio, and I was ready just go to run maybe 2-3 times per week or so on, for being in the same shape. And you know what, 1 week it doesn't happen, so my activity was same, maybe I walk a little bit more, but I didn't go gym much because there was no gym around. I do small workout with my own way. And I think, okay, maybe because it's hot here, same weather, different condition, whatever. Second week, I didn't saw any differences, so I've been in the same shape. Maybe even I lose a bit weight, maybe even. So basically I will stay the same, because I see, you know, mirror never lie you. You can see in the mirror how you look like, so you need the scale. And I was impressed how that I just eat more fast carbs usual I eat, and I eat amount of calories more than usually I eat, and I stay the same. And I realize, so like natural food works differently on you, and probably is worse the good quality you have, it worse effect give on your body. I thought, so yeah, okay, I'm more active, I walk a little bit more, but it not that much, it not make any difference. People who training, they know approximately how much calories you spend, how active you are, how much you eat, and yeah, you have like a cool watch now, you can see, okay, I make 6,000 steps, so I walk 15 kilometers today, and I burn like 1,500 calories today, and blah blah blah. So you can notice a lot of stuff. So third week, I move forward, everything remained the same, try enormous amount of food, visit thousands of temples, and the temples as well, okay, just join to our table, and always they said I'm not hungry, okay, just a little bit, and so on. And even a month's time, it's past a month's time like that, I didn't notice any difference in my weight. So I thought, okay, it's a little bit hotter, I sweat more, but I drink more, so basically it's supposed to be balanced. But I saw the key is a really big difference to food what we have in the big cities compare what we have in the countryside, what people grow by themselves, what's natural. So if it's beans and vegetables without any chemicals, grown naturals on a small farms, it's much better than full of pesticide and herbicide, and probably all of the toxins what we have, we put it directly to the fat, and after need make it intoxication, what get rid of it and make it process even longer. So if you have access to the natural food, I think even if you overload a little bit, you'll be fine. Another thing what I notice, it's different kind of grains, like what they call couscous, and some like semolina, but semolina is a fast carb because it breaks wheat, but they mix with other seeds and everything, so I know it's high carbs on it, so if I add little bit of peanuts, these portions will be more than enough for me. So when I eat like really small amount of food, I feel full first, and second, I not feel hungry for quite a long time. But I don't had much chance for be without food for a long time, but still experiment what I made. So let's say I eat like fruit salad, the plate, the fruits, and I feel okay, and I have a lot of energy compared to the food I eat in a city. I had completely different feelings. So my conclusion was, I don't know, you haven't to believe me, but it's experience what I got. So my conclusion was, so all food what we can find in natural and eat natural food, it's make like so totally different effect on our body. It's give you more energy, it's make you not hungry for a longer time, it's not make you fat, maybe because they don't have any preservatives, don't have any I don't know, sweetness like aspartame or other kind. When they're on a big field, they put a lot of pesticides in for kill all of the rats and mice, and herbicide for kill other grass, and what they called insecticides and so on. So they put so many stuff, and it's impossible to wash it out. So many of it stay there, and after it became to a table, you eat it, you intoxicate yourself, and all of the toxins for not go directly to your brain or somewhere, they just put it in the fat. So maybe you might get fat not because of you overload your calories, or because the quality of food, because the food full of chemicals, and your body just try to protect yourself, and your body don't want to get rid of extra weight because it's a lot of chemical there. And detox, it's quite difficult process, I would say, because some chemicals have a long chain what's really difficult for get rid of, and even not possible for get rid of, like let's say sweeteners, aspartame, it never get rid of your body because the chain is too long. Or Teflon, this plastic, the super long chain cannot get out of your body, so it will stay in your best case bones, fat, joints, whatever. And it's just a small example, it's a lot of different kind of chemicals. So this experience when I got to the big city and I changed the food, because place I stayed before, I buy the food on a wet market from locals, what I know, and amount of food what I eat every day, like brown rice and so on, and you always stay in the same condition, like quite fit. And after change food and see like so bright difference, and after I go to the countryside and see much difference again. So basically, if it will be like for the short period of time, or in other case, so probably I didn't notice any difference. But when it was like so big gaps between, and I noticed, oh damn, it like I can see the difference and I can feel the difference directly. I would say it even made me like some kind of cultural shock. So yeah, that's it. I try to be shorter as possible. Hopefully it was interesting and informative for you, so you can do your own conclusions. So yeah, just a comment what you think about, and yeah, share your experience, and maybe you have some really cool information about. I will be glad to read it as well. And yeah, just stay tuned. We'll see you soon.